Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It is the first game of the NFL Rivalries program for 2025. Seahawks and Cardinals underway from State Farm Stadium. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Look at these two teams, rivals in the NFC West. It's been the Seahawks who have had the upper hand. They've won 7 in a row in this series. It's a rivalry that was born in 2002 when both teams joined the NFC West. Since then, a lot of great players have taken part in these matchups. You think about the Cardinals, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, Anquan Boldin, and then, of course, the Seahawks in the 2010s, the Legion of Boom era, and their victory in Super Bowl 48.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Price. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
They'll run on first down with Price.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go. 60 boxes, 60 boxes.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
You look at this defense.
They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
The 27-yard line.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
The Cardinals are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Let's go.
Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Ready? 70, get the look. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Cardinals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Running to start the drive is Love. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. Straight ahead with Price.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Come on, let's go!
A give running right, it's Price with it. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Third and 5.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on fourth down. It's Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball off, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll give to Price running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll look to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. A little juke. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides. But sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
79 Broncos.
Off the play fake. Beck. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Ready up.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play. Looking to throw. Beck. Touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cards are able to move back in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Seahawks 10.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks gave up first and 10.
Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 17-14.
Cardinals 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Beck.
Throw out wide is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's second down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
2nd and long. He'll get this into the hands of Price. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First down, Seattle.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
60 boxes. Mustang 19.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
And now they'll audible to something else.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Seahawks field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
20. Cardinals 14. Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter.
Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come up with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Beck. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Award that tackle for loss to the safety, Buda Baker.
Second and 12 at the 20-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Walter Nolan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw.
That is incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and they'll separate the receiver from the ball.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 33 yards that time.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
On first down, here's Love. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Let's go.
Off play action. Beck. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cardinals have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Oh, some strong running. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Give up the middle to Price.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 38-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
They'll drop the throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Back to throw. Beck. He finds his man. Complete. It's Love. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Looking to throw. Beck.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr., 27 yards. And the Cardinals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
60-60.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
81 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Michael Dixon making off for Seattle.
Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here's Love again. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
19 Lions. Go.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Torrey Horton, 38 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead.
27. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
68, 18, Pioneer. Hurt. Don't push. 18.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Number 8. A 2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Beck.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of 6 yards.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
And he's got some space here.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
He'll look to throw. There's that man again. It's complete.
And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here's 1st and goal.
They'll hand it off. It's Love. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd.
They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Going to give it to Love. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Price. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Going right back to Price. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Here's 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Seattle.
On the handoff, it's Price. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Ready.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Ready. 19, go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
This is 1st and 10.
Go! Cougar 19.
Back to throw here.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The